Afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a spectacular day. I'm Dane, creator of Big Beautiful Disney, and today we have a special video for you guys. I have a guest with me today. It is Annie from JII Fanbase on Twitter. You can go follow her at JII Fanbase or at Epcot Unplugged. But she agreed to do a special video of the history of the Imagination Pavilion from Epcot, and she did an amazing job. Thank you very much for doing my video for me today. Doing it with me, because I didn't have to do anything this week, which is very good, because I like doing the videos, but I don't like editing them whatsoever. So thank you for doing this. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video.
Thank you. Now do make sure you're safely seated, safely inside the theater safely. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside a tour tram. And when you're ready, let the good times roll. The Imagination Pavilion opened along with the rest of Epcot Center on October 1st, 1982. It housed the Magic Eye Theater, where Magic Journeys ran from 1982 to 1986. The film centered around imagination through the eyes of a child, and in a less subtle fashion showed that buying Kodak products meant that taking pictures was making memories. Magic Journeys closed to make way for a 3D film directed by George Lucas and starring Michael Jackson called Captain EO. Captain EO was about an outer space crew who was captained by Captain EO. Thanks to Hooter's stupidity, they all get captured by the Supreme Leader. It serves him right, he ate the map. Captain EO eventually saves the crew and the world from becoming trash cans by sharing his gift of music, so the audience could not only see, but hear how a change in perspective could impact the world. The show ran from 1986 to 1994. Then, Captain EO was replaced by yet another redundant name, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. This 3D film was made to fit better with the ride, Journey into Your Imagination, that would be opened by 1999. But we'll get back to that later. Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was about a professor named Wayne Zelinsky, who apparently, after making one too many hands-free helmets, decided that it was a good idea to try his hand at a shrinking machine. Oh, it's a movie! Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That makes sense. He was being presented the Inventor of the Year award, but his invention went haywire, and let me just tell you now, spoiler alert, Honey, he shrunk the audience. It was one of the first integrations of intellectual property in the park since Epcot's opening. The attraction ran from 1994 to 2010. Due to the tragic death of Michael Jackson, Disney decided to, in a stunning move, pay tribute to Captain EO by reopening the show for another 5-year run. Then they decided to put a Disney Pixar Short Film Festival in the theater, which is, as it says on the tin, Pixar Short Films. 6 months after the Imagination Pavilion and Epcot Center opened, on March 5th, 1983 to be precise, they were joined by Journey into Imagination. In this dark ride, you would follow the Dreamfinder and his lovable dragon fellow Figment through a cavalcade of wizardry, technology, and flair. Sadly, this ride closed for refurbishment, other words for internal politics, declining popularity, and other factors, in 1998. And when it reopened, the name had changed to Journey into Your Imagination. It sounds like a universal audience participation film, but it was nothing of the sort. Dreamfinder was gone, Figment was absent until a cameo at the end and an animation sequence on the Imagination Institute logo in the queue. This version was filled with cheap gags, and in the beginning you were told you had no imagination. And you had to journey through the Imagination Institute with Nigel Channing to regain it. Well, guests hated this one, apparently, though any ride that sneaks a toilet prop in there and that has Nigel Channing passes my test. Where was I? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, it's over here. It closed a year after its opening. The last version of the ride, still operating at Epcot today, is named Journey into Imagination with Figment. The Dreamfinder is still gone, save for a couple gags, and it still has some of the cheap effects from the old ride, but it's a little better. It's about Nigel Channing attempting to host an open house, but Figment thinking it's the best idea takes control. It shows us what imagination can really be, with a revamped version of One Little Spark and a moon face that's somehow scarier than Horizons. Okay, let's return to the original version of JII. When you exited the dark ride, before you entered the gift shop, you would encounter something called the Imageworks, a playground of the future where your imagination could run free. There was something called the Rainbow Corridor, where the famous picture of Michael Jackson was taken. There were interactive games like Dreamfinder School of Drama, Figment's Coloring Book, Electronic Philharmonic, and many more. The original Imageworks closed with the original JII in 1998, and it reopened, albeit downstairs, with a new name, Imageworks, The What If Labs. This version was severely downsized, however, and left much to be desired. And that concludes our special drive-through open house of the Imagination Pavilion, a theme that can transcend almost any other represented in Epcot's future world. For whether you're using electron beams or crystal prisms, gyroscopes or magnetism, or even holograms in 3 dimensions, the bag is never full, the dreamport is never far away. When you set free those little sparks from you and me and make the world a better place to be.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was very fun to make. I like I like my Figment here. I like the Imagination Pavilion very much. This script was very, very fun to make. And the video in general was very fun to make. And don't forget you can follow Annie at JII Fanbase or at Epcot Unplugged. And don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at DoleUp71. You can follow me on Instagram at DoleUp71. I'm not sure if Annie has Instagram or not. I'm going to have to ask her that and post it on Twitter because I'm not sure about that. And, yeah, I have videos here every Saturday. Try to get them up by 3 p.m. I don't know. I usually don't because I'm doing some stuff, but it's the summer. Have a good summer, everyone. It's the beginning for me, and I'll see you next time.